I need for us to decide where the pee corner is.
There's no pee corner.
I'm gonna use that as my pee corner, this is my poo bucket, and I'm gonna use this as my slop basket.
A character this chaotic, this aggressive, and this unpredictable should break any sitcom he's a part of. But with brutal running gags, a sense of humor more coarse than AstroTurf, The League was elevated to the absolute pinnacle of pitch-black TV comedies. Because once former rookie Jason Mantzoukas joined The League, we're still wondering if there has ever been a more extreme sitcom character than Rafi.
Oh shit! What's up, jerks? I am day drunk. Get ready to see my dick.
Many of our favorite TV comedies hang in the balance between earnestness and chaos. Most sitcoms have fairly sturdy limits, lines of scrimmage that your typical comedy character should never actually cross. But in The League, Rafi doesn't just cross those lines, he straight up strips them from the field.
No, I just need to go to the bathroom.
All right, come on in. Go between my legs.
What?
How's your aim?
Disconnected from civilized society in all the best ways, Rafi is an absolute comedic menace. His character destroys each and every sitcom norm he comes across. Rafi is completely in a league of his own, but how does such a wild card join an already established cast without destroying the show?
What's up, guys? Best friend club. Crotch beer, don't mind if I do.
Because when The League debuted in the fall of 2009, it was patently clear that Pete, Ruxin, Taco, and the gang came to play some serious ball. From Ginny and Kevin's excessive tactics for maintaining marital control to Dr. Andre's late-game Shiva Bowl upset, the sitcom offered a unique spin on football-loving fantasy leagues. With a shocking mean streak apparent from the first quarter, it seemed like The League couldn't get any raunchier. And after the unforgettable saga of Mr. McGiblets, the bar for laughs appeared set in stone. But for those who stuck around to see how things played out, a new contender for unfiltered insanity was about to appear.
I'm gonna track this bear, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna eat its heart, I'm gonna gain its wisdom, and then when you guys come back, I'm gonna have the bear meat grilling on the fire.
When Ruxin's previously unseen brother-in-law Rafi showed up in episode 1 of season 2, it felt like the final piece of the puzzle had fallen into place. Loud, obnoxious, and potentially dangerous, Rafi's presence stood in stark contrast to characters that are admittedly pretty terrible themselves. Rafi upped the ante like no one before or since. While his first few pop-ins feel remarkably tame compared to the journey of pure debauchery ahead, comedian Jason Mantzoukas brought Rafi to life with startling gusto.
And all I have is my honor.
Oh, right, you're like a samurai, huh, Rafi?
I am a samurai!
Rafi, your toilet and your goddamn kitchen occupy the same metal tub.
Just like a samurai!
Rafi may have joined the league dialed in at 11, but by the time Mantzoukas finished his run, the character's derangement reached unseen heights. Although Rafi clearly has no real interest in fantasy football, or basically anything a human would consider a hobby, his bizarre camaraderie led the league's comparatively normal cast into uncharted territory. Described as a character of pure id by his castmates, Mantzoukas' performance achieved what so few sitcom stars can claim, out-freaking your hilarious co-stars.
You can have a nice 2.5-hour relationship conversation with Jason Mantzoukas. He's as sensitive and sweet and understanding as they come. And when Rafi comes out, it's just like, out, man.
From his bizarre fixation on chairs to an occasionally earnest depiction of diabetes, Rafi leaps into fame and practically stops the entire show.
I only shoot up medicine. I smoke drugs, like bath salts.
Are you on bath salts right now?
Oh yeah, big time.
Mouths agape, every other improv master in the room is forced to bear witness to Rafi's unyielding mania. An actual wild card in every sense, you truly just don't know what the character might say or do next. And for so many adoring fans, Mantzoukas' commitment to some seriously nasty bits was the entire reason to tune in every week.
But by the way, great kiss.
Oh. Really?
I hope you're getting a lot of this, man, because this is some terrific kissing right here my sister
I'm
does.
a good kisser.
Although many improv-based sitcoms have utilized wildcard characters, there really is no direct comparison to Rafi. Sure, Tobias might stroll in as a blue man in his never-nude Daisy Dukes, and perhaps the frenzied skating moves of Terry Bernardino comes close to utter lunacy, but if there is one potential heir to the wildcard throne, another one of FX's own just might take the prize at knife point.
Are you cutting your toenails with a steak knife?
I suppose you have a problem with that, too.
Botched toe. That's bleeding. I need some trash to plug up the cut.
Do not plug an open wound with trash.
Because much like Rafi, It's Always Sunny's season 2 debut of Frank Reynolds completely upended an already hectic sitcom. But alongside an entire gang of wildcards, Danny DeVito's most enduring creation feels more like the icing on top of a beautifully messy
Cake! Oh! I'm cake!
Unlike Rafi, DeVito plays Frank with greasy qualities to complement his low-esteemed peers. And in contrast to the other players in the league, Rafi's brand of disorder is totally distinct.
Do you know how to read?
I get by, all right?
What do you know?
You know, like red means stop.
Great.
Green means go.
Good.
Yellow's the other one.
Serving as the league's ultimate disruptor, Rafi not only engages with the unsuspecting friends around him, he also introduces new hazards into their lives. Dirty Randy, played by Seth Rogen, is perhaps the greatest Rafi aftershock felt throughout the entire series. Business partner, best friend, occasional enemy, and maybe even a potential lover, Dirty Randy is the only other person in the league who can relate to Rafi in any real way. Dirty Randy offers a welcome and hilarious chance to meet Rafi on an almost equal playing field.
I can't believe mouth to mouth worked.
That wasn't mouth to mouth. That was true love's kiss.
In the Season 5 special episode Rafi and Dirty Randy, writers Mantzoukas and Rogen deliver one of the most bizarre half hours ever committed to television. Like a road trip from hell, Rafi and Randy essentially go on a spree of terror, committing innumerable unholy acts along the way, and it is this exact energy that elevates the league beyond just a funny TV show.
Cut. Action. No action. Yes. Action. No. I said action. I said it. Cut.
Doubling down on his questionable behavior at every turn, the show had no concerns about keeping his shtick fresh. Instead, Rafi's appearances were frequent enough that you could reliably expect him to burst through those walls like a proverbial Kool-Aid man. Rather than just another side character with safe boundaries, the league's wild card was completely ingrained in the series. Rafi eventually became a full-fledged character with real development and lore. In fact, once the true nature of Rafi's brutal backstory, including some truly baffling Dirty Randy developments, it was obvious the showrunners put considerable thought into the chaos.
You okay?
Yeah.
Did they lobotomize you?
I don't know. Oh, looks like a little bit.
Will you ever be able to forgive me for what I did to your family?
What family?
Never allowed to simply walk through the background or make a simple quip, a Rafi appearance mostly feels like a time bomb. It takes true skill and an insane level of patience to master the art of edgy humor. And fortunately, Mantzoukas is the type of performer who does exactly that.
Yeah. Oh my God! I was just in the morgue. You know when people die, they void everything.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, it's everything.
Oh, God, I gotta get this off my hands.
Good luck, buddy.
Mantzoukas steps up to the plate swinging every single time. Creating characters with no remorse or accountability is the ultimate challenge, but Rafi worked as well as he did because Mantzoukas was able to take things further than anyone else was willing to go. That trust is a major element in turning improvisational sitcoms into a game of skill, even if that game is completely steamrolled by a wild card.
Viking funeral. We're gonna burn him. We're gonna chop him up if we need to, guys. Call trophies if you want him. I've got one of his ears.
Rafi remains the perfect example of exacerbating a joke until it practically bursts. And that by pushing boundaries in humor, wild cards can transcend the norms of comedy to achieve legendary status.
Some things you can't unsee, bro!
And that's it for this episode of Nerdstalgic. So tell us, what was your favorite Rafi moment throughout the league? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, be sure to hit like and subscribe to keep up with all our Nerdstalgic videos.